The Premier League new boys, Arsenal's Gabriel scoring over the weekend, Chelsea's Timo Werner and Kai Havertz making their first appearance of the season, Everton's Alan and James Rodriguez also making their debut of the season. You want to know what happened? Sit back, relax, and then watch the show go on. Hello and welcome to Ajelis Tef. So it was a very interesting weekend with the Premier League new boys showing what they can offer this season. Starting with Arsenal's Gabriel, who scored a goal when Arsenal went away to Fulham, winning by 3-0, assisted by Willian, who left Chelsea to join Arsenal this season. Now, Everton's new boys, Alan and James Rodriguez, really impressed when Everton went away to Spurs, winning by 1-0. Then it comes to the game between Liverpool and Leeds United. Liverpool winning by 4-3, courtesy of a last-minute penalty scored by Mohamed Salah. Now, Leeds United really gave Liverpool a run for their money because the only deficiency when it came to their team was the defensive aspects. Aside that, I feel like they're really a team to look out for. Early days, right, but we'll get to find out in the subsequent weeks. So now let's take a look at the players who really impressed this week. And for me, the goal of the week was Reece James's goal. A total screamer, a total banger, no two ways about it. And it could actually be a contender for the goal of the season, unless we get to see more of these goals in the subsequent weeks. Virgil van Dijk committed a serious blunder over the weekend, gifting Leeds United a goal against his own side, something you wouldn't expect from a defender of his caliber. And the interesting thing that happened over the weekend was Richarlison's miss. I don't know how many of you watched that game, but then that will probably be the miss of the season unless he gets a contender, which I could actually bet that might be Raheem Sterling because we've seen that over and over again. So Richarlison missed that goal, and that is a ball I could probably have scored. So to my game of the week. My game of the week was the Liverpool and Leeds United game. It was an absolute joy to watch that game because the goals kept coming. And I feel like Liverpool were saved by luck, if that is what you'd want to call it, because they were awarded 2 penalties. However, Leeds United got 3 straight goals. And I feel like Leeds United is a team to look out for this season. The only problem in that team is the backline, the defense. Aside that, it looked like a real solid team who could actually cause problems in the league this season. Looking at the fact that they are a newly promoted side, we don't know what is yet to come from them, but then we'll see as the weeks go by. There were some disgraceful incidents that happened across some of the leagues in Europe, starting with PSG and Marseille, where Neymar was shown a red card as well as 4 others, following an altercation between him and Gonzalez. Now, this is something that shouldn't have happened at all, but according to Neymar, he was racially abused by Gonzalez, and this whole issue is under investigation. Neymar faces a potential 7-match ban if found guilty of his actions, and Gonzalez faces a potential 10-match ban if he's found guilty of racially abusing Neymar. So now let's take a look at Germany, the DFB Pokal, a game between Dynamo Dresden and Hamburg, when a Hamburg player called Tony Listener went into the stands to attack a fan from the opposing side. Very shameful, very disgraceful, something that should never happen in the world of football. No excuses at all, because this whole lockdown period we've been preaching oneness, togetherness, saying no to racism, and then we are still seeing this happening in the world of football. How are we going to preach oneness and then saying no to racism when this is a field that's supposed to be bringing people together, but then it's actually the opposite? That this shouldn't happen. Very disgraceful. It's about time we look at it as a field that's supposed to be bringing us together. After all, we are all one people. Let's do a bit of transfer, starting with Arsenal's Aubameyang, who penned down an extension for 3 years at Arsenal. So Aubameyang is at Arsenal till 2023. It took a bit long for him to actually sign this contract again, but then he has done it. Now let's look at Liverpool. Liverpool have been able to land the Bayern Munich star Thiago Alcantara for 27 million plus add-ons 30. Now, Alcantara is a very good player, an exciting signing for Liverpool, and he's actually going to add some sort of depth into the Liverpool midfield. Not even Manchester United's third kit jersey, which has a zebra stripes looking like a zebra cross, was able to help Manchester United to cross through transfer negotiations safely and smoothly. Disgraceful and shameful. Sergio Reguilon, no. Gareth Bale, no. Thiago Alcantara, off to Liverpool. Jadon Sancho, we don't know if it's going to happen yet, but then at this point, I don't think Manchester United are going to sign anyone else. There's still rumors of Alex Telles and then Jadon Sancho coming to United. Dortmund are still not going to bargain on the £120 million you're asking for the right winger. But Manchester United's transfer business, absolutely shameful and disgraceful. Hashtag Glazers out. Spurs, amongst other teams, have been able to bully Manchester United once again by making agreements for Sergio Reguilon and Gareth Bale. Now, with the issue of Sergio Reguilon, if you tell me that Manchester United couldn't sign the left back because of the buyback clause, that makes sense because United don't do buyback clauses. But if you tell me that they couldn't sign the left back because United were unwilling to pay £30 million, that is absolutely shameful for a club of their caliber. Before we realize, Manchester United might be playing in Division 2. That is what is going to happen. We keep seeing this every single season. United tries to make negotiations. They are linked with big teams. They are linked with big names. But then when it comes to negotiations, they are always bullied and then they look like toddlers holding Barbie dolls. Manchester United failing to sign Sergio Reguilon and Gareth Bale. I mean, these were options. These were their other options, and United can't even land their other options. Spurs have been able to make an agreement for Sergio Reguilon and Gareth Bale. Now the question is, will Mourinho be able to use these two players effectively and efficiently? Of course, they both have the experience Mourinho is looking for, but as to whether they are both going to thrive and flourish under Mourinho, we don't know. And I feel like, this is my opinion, right? I feel like Mourinho actually agreed on the buyback clause because Mourinho doesn't stay at one place. Probably in the next 2 years, he won't be at Spurs. So if Madrid comes back to say that they want Sergio Reguilon back in 2 years, he has no problem with it because, for all you know, he won't even be there in a year. So we'll see how those signings are going to make or unmake Jose Mourinho in this season. In Europe, some of the big clubs are going to be in action this weekend. Real Madrid are playing Real Sociedad this weekend. In the English Premier League, a very, very interesting and big game awaits. Liverpool against Chelsea. Chelsea's new boys are going to be wanting to prove a point. Liverpool are going to want to prove a point that they are indeed the defending champions. Manchester United and Manchester City are also making their first appearance of the season, with Manchester United playing against Crystal Palace. Germany, Dortmund will be welcoming Mönchengladbach. Bayern will be playing Schalke 04, and Bayern Leverkusen will be away to Wolfsburg. French Ligue 1 this weekend, Lyon is playing Nîmes and Paris Saint-Germain is away to OG Nice. Okay guys, that's a wrap, but let's take a look at what we did today. So we looked at the new boys from the Premier League, with the Premier League returning last weekend, looked at the goals that really were on fire, the players that were underperforming, some of the blunders that happened during the league, as well as some of the things that happened in the world of football across Europe. We've looked at a bit of transfers, we've looked at the upcoming games. However, before I forget about this, the game of the week for me to actually look up for will be the Liverpool versus Chelsea game. And let's not forget, I don't know if Lampard is going to start Loftus-Cheek. Well, we'll get to see if he's going to play Giroud over Loftus-Cheek this time, because Loftus-Cheek was absolutely underclass last week. But that is up to Lampard and his team. But we'll see what happens this weekend. Before we go, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and then subscribe to all our social media handles. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you want me to talk about, and I'll definitely get back to you. Hashtag a girl can love football too.